How are you, learners? Welcome to today's mathematics lesson. In our today's lesson, I'm going to demonstrate how to estimate median and quartiles from an ogive. And the topic is statistics. Estimation. The subtopic is estimation of median and quartiles using an ogive. That is estimation of median and quartiles using an ogive. First, I will define what an ogive is, because we know the median. In our last lessons, we calculated median using a formula. We also calculated quartiles using a formula. So learners, other than determination of median and quartiles using the formula, we can also estimate the median and an ogive and quartiles using an ogive. Now, let's first concentrate on the median. The median. Learners, you can note down that the median of grouped data, can be estimated using a cumulative frequency curve. Also known as an ogive. So in other words, learners, an ogive is simply a cumulative frequency curve. An ogive is a cumulative frequency curve, and the cumulative frequency curve, or the median, this median is determined by plotting. This is done by plotting. The cumulative frequencies against the upper class boundaries. So we determine the mean or even the quartiles by plotting the cumulative frequencies against the upper class boundaries on a graph. That is how to determine the median or quartiles. So when you are given group data, first have a column for cumulative frequencies. Then you use the upper, you plot the cumulative frequencies against the upper class boundaries. It is that simple. Then we will read the median or quartiles from the graph, which has a typical S shape. a typical S shape. Now let's have an example. Let's have an example. We are going to have an example here. Let me write this example on the board. Find the median of the marks gained by 40 students. Let me write it here. Example. Find the median of the marks gained by 40 students in a mathematical examination. So we have the marks, one column, number of pupils, another column. So this is what we have. The marks 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, then 70 to 79. The number of pupils 2, 4, 8, 15, 9, and 2. So we are going to use this example to estimate the median. To estimate the median. I've just said that the median of a group data can be estimated using cumulative frequency curve. This is done by plotting the cumulative frequencies against the upper class boundary. So we need two things to plot on a graph, that is cumulative frequencies and upper class boundaries. So let's have the cumulative frequencies. Frequencies first, then we'll have the upper class boundaries. The upper class boundaries. So first let's determine the cumulative frequencies. So here you have 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 8, 14, 14 plus 15, 29, 29 plus 9, 38, 38 plus 2, 40. These are cumulative frequencies. Then the upper class boundaries. This is the upper limit. So the boundary will be 29.5. We simply add 0.5. This will be 39.5, then 49.5, 59.5, 69.5, and 79.5. So let us now plot we are going to plot the cumulative frequencies against the class boundaries. So learners, I'll draw the graph here, and make sure you are doing this on a graph paper. Get a graph book so that you do it on a graph paper. Now, on the horizontal axis, I'm going to have the upper class limits. These are marks. Okay, that is we have 20, then 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. These are marks. Upper class boundaries. Upper class boundaries. On the vertical axis, we are going to have the number of pupils. The number of pupils, and you can see here we have 40. So we'll have 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. So I'm going to plot first the first group, 29, that is 29.5. 29.5 will be at this point here. Okay. If you have a graph book, then this should be divided into several parts. So here we have 29 and 2. 29 and 2. So we have, that's the point. 2 is at that point. Then 39 will be at this point here. 39 and 6. 39. Then we have 6. That point. That is 6. This one here. 6. Next, 49. 49 will be at this point. 49. That's point 49 against 14. So 14 is slightly below 15. Below 15 at that point. Then 59, we are now plotting 59.5. 59.5 against 29 cumulative frequency. 59.5. 59.5 cumulative frequency. 29. 29 will be at that point. 29. Then 69.5. 69.5 will be at this point. 9.5. This is 69.5. 9.5 against 38. So 38. 38 at that point. That point. 38. That's 38. 38. Then learners have 79.5 will be 7. This is 80. 80, 90. 79.5 cumulative 40. 40. This is 40. Learners, I'm estimating this, but I know if you are using a graph, it has to be perfect. It has to be accurate. So I have I've plotted upper class boundaries against number of pupils. So let me have a smooth curve. A smooth curve. That's a smooth curve. Can do better than that. Can do better than this. Slightly. Yeah. Okay. That's 40 and 49. Can do better than this. supposed to be a smooth curve. Smooth curve. So how do we determine the median? We know that the total frequency is equal to 40. Therefore, the median will be 40 over 2, this measurement. So this will be the 20th measurement. That is the 20th measurement. So we'll come to the cumulative frequencies. This column is, this axis is cumulative frequencies. Cumulative frequencies, this axis, cumulative frequencies. The other axis, we said, is upper class boundaries. So we locate 20 on the cumulative frequencies. Then we are going to because this is the 20th measurement, we need to determine the median on the horizontal axis. So we are going to draw a line across the graph. We are going to draw a line across the graph from the 20th measurement. The line across the graph from the 20th measurement until it cuts the ogive. Then we drop a vertical line up to the horizontal axis. So this point is the median. This now is the median, and this is around 55. Okay, 55. This is the median. The median. So learners, first I've said you plot a graph that is the upper class boundaries against the cumulative frequencies. Then you draw a smooth curve. This is what we are calling an ogive. This is an ogive, or a cumulative frequency curve. You draw a smooth curve. Then after that, you come to the 20th measurement. The 20th measurement, which is the median. Half of the total frequency is the 20th measurement. You now draw a line until it cuts the ogive, then draw a vertical line up to the horizontal axis, and this point, which is red, 55, is the median. That's how you determine the median. Now let's compare this estimated median with the calculated median. Let's try here and calculate the median. We know that median using formula is equal to L plus a half n minus c over f times I. This is the formula for the median. So the lower class boundary for the median class, we have seen that the middle value is 20. A half of n is 20. So 20 will lie in this class. Okay, will lie there. 20 lies there. So the median class This is the median class. So the lower class boundary will be 49.5. Will be 49.5 plus 49.5 plus bracket 20 minus cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class, which is 14 minus 14 over frequency of the cumulative class. The frequency is 15 over 15 times the interval, the class interval. The class interval is going to be 59.5 minus 49.5. This is equal to 10. So let's find the median. That will be 20 minus 14 divided by 15 times 10 plus 49.5. 49.5. So the median here is 53.5. 53.5, and the one here is 55, is almost close the same, is almost the same. If you use a graph, then this will be accurate. This is supposed to read, if you are doing a graph, this is supposed to read 54. Okay, the median here is 54. If you are doing it accurately using a graph, the median is 54, and the calculated median is 53.5. If you are to round off 53.5 to the nearest mark, then that will be 54, which is the median estimated from an ogive. So learners, that is how to determine or estimate median using an ogive. So I'm going to stop there now so that I can give you assignment. I want you to practice. Give you one question which I write on the board. I'm going to write it here on the board. Before we learn how to determine the quartiles using an ogive, here is your assignment. I want you to do this assignment. Let me write it on the board. The table below, the data, this is assignment. The data below shows the times taken by 30 athletes who took part in 400 meters hits during a school sports day. So we have time in seconds, number of athletes. So learners, that is your assignment. The data below shows the times taken by 30 athletes who took part in 400 meters heat during a school sports day. Time in seconds, 43 to 46, 47 to 50, 51 to 54 seconds, 55 to 58 seconds, 59 to 62 seconds, 63 to 60 seconds, 63 to 60 seconds. Number of athletes 0, 3, 12, 10, 4, 1. Using a cumulative frequency curve, estimate the median. So I want you to go through the video again, do this assignment. When we meet, we continue learning how to estimate median and quartiles using cumulative frequency curves. Bye-bye.